Hello everyone, I'm Robin and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 4 language skills. Whenever we study a language, there are 4 very important skills we need to know and practice. So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. I'm going to talk about the 4 skills, and I'm going to teach you how to use these 4 skills to improve your English language ability. This is an introduction video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I still think it's a very important video to help you improve your English. So the 4 language skills, we also call them the 4 core English skills. Core means center. Very important, okay? These are very important skills, and I think you already know these skills. The first 2, speaking and writing. Now, speaking and writing, these are called productive skills or output, okay? So you have an idea or some information and you want to give that to another person. You have to create language, okay? You have to create English. So you're speaking in English or you're writing a letter or an email. You have to create and give that information to someone. So we call that productive skills. The last 2, listening and reading, we call these receptive skills or input, okay? So you're listening to someone speak English and you have to understand. Or you're reading a book or a newspaper article and you have to understand what the information is. These are the 4 skills. They're called skills because with practice, we can get better, and I'm going to show you how to practice using these 4 skills. Now I'm going to teach you how to use the integrated skills approach. Approach means it's a method, okay, and it's a good method. Skills, we're talking about the 4 skills, and the key word, integrated. Now what this means is we're taking the 4 skills, and when we study English, we're studying all 4 skills together at the same time. All right? Let me explain more. So you should study a topic practicing all 4 core English skills. Let me give an example of a classroom. Now, a good teacher will want to use the integrated skills approach. So the teacher will bring the class a topic. So let's say the topic today is Canadian culture. So what the teacher will want to do is practice the receptive skills. So the students might read about Canadian culture. They might watch a video and practice their listening about Canadian culture. So they're receiving information in English. And then the teacher will want to practice the productive skills. So he or she will ask the students to write about Canadian culture, what they thought about Canadian culture. And the teacher will also ask the students to practice speaking about Canadian culture with the teacher or with a classmate. So in this class, a good teacher was able to pick a topic, one topic, and practice all 4 core English skills. This is a really good class. This is a really good way to study English. Why? Well, with the practicing the receptive skills, you might learn some new English expressions or vocabulary, and then when we're practicing the productive skills, you're able to practice writing these new expressions and you practice speaking these new expressions. All right, this will really, really help you improve your English. So in the class, a good teacher will do this. But let's talk about self-study outside the class. How can you do this? Well, it's not easy, okay? You know that. So the receptive skills, the reading and listening, that's easy. You're practicing your receptive skill now. You're listening to me. you can watch videos or listen to the radio. And reading, you can read articles and books. So you can practice that alone. But the productive skills, writing, a lot of my students don't practice that, but you should, all right? Now, you can keep a diary, whatever you watch. You can make some comments in your diary or about your day, you're writing, you're practicing. And for speaking, well, you need a partner, okay? You need a partner to practice speaking. That's not easy, I know, but you really need to find a club or a friend you can practice speaking English about some topics, okay? Now I'm going to help you a little bit. I'm going to talk about Voice of America. Now, and this website. Now this is a really good website to practice your listening and reading, okay? If you go to this website, they have different levels. So if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, they have different videos and different articles. So this will really help you to find your level and practice your listening when you're watching a video and your reading, all right? Right now, I'm going to show you how to access this site and use this site. Let's take a look. First, open your browser. Search for Voice of America. You can see their English learning site here. Okay, this is the main page. You can see up here many things to explore. They have English lessons and 3 levels of news articles. Let's click level 1 and the first article. You can practice listening with the audio.
This is what's trending today.
And it matches the article
Video
below.
game company Nintendo announced its newest.
Let's check level 3. Again, you can play the audio to practice listening.
Is one of the most famous
Or read the
graduate
article
schools
first
in the
and
world.
listen later. Let's click the video. They have some good videos for studying English. And they have audio broadcasts too. Voice of America, a great website to help you improve your English. All right, there's one more thing I want to talk about. That is balance the skills. Now we have the 4 skills here. And one problem I see with my students is they are focusing or they're practicing only 1 or 2 of these skills, and they're ignoring, they're not practicing other skills. So for example, speaking. A lot of my students, they're only practicing speaking, but they're not practicing writing, all right? Don't do this. If you are studying English, you have to practice all of these, okay? And if possible, integrated at the same time about a topic. This will really help you improve your English. Another example, some of my students, they're only worried about taking a test like TOEFL or TOEIC or IELTS. So they're more focused on listening and reading or maybe writing, and they don't spend any time on speaking. All right, this is terrible too. Again, to really improve your English, balance the skills. Study them all right? Now, I hope this video helped you. See you next time. If you enjoyed my video, like the video or subscribe to my channel or write a comment below. I really want to hear what you thought of my video, okay? Thank you.